Yeah, so again, it's a very broad spectrum. Of course, there's a variety of different needs that can present for any individual with CP. So, I mean, accommodations can be as minimal as I'm trying to think of an example for someone who's not maybe too significantly impacted. I mean, accommodations to support just maybe with accessibility on the campus. So ensuring maybe minimizing barriers in the classroom so that they can navigate the classroom without risk of falling or tripping on things, or even specialized writing utensils to support with fine motor. That can be something that can be impacted, to specialized feeding utensils to support with feeding. Those are examples of accommodations. I mean, there's so many examples that this is not an exhaustive list. Whereas if we get to students who may have more significant needs and they need services on an IEP, I would say the more common examples of services you would see are the ones you already listed, right? Like physical therapy. And again, physical therapy is only warranted educationally if it's impacting the student's ability to access their education. So I often see students with cerebral palsy who may be receiving private PT and don't necessarily qualify for educationally based PT, and that can be very confusing for families. So, whereas maybe your child would continue to benefit outside of the school setting, of course, to work on, strengthening and things like that. If they're, what school PTs look at is, are they able to access the campus? Are they able to safely navigate the campus? Are they a fall risk? Are they able to access their academics in class? And that can be OT and PT. PT would look more at things like navigating the room and making sure they're not falling or tripping. Again, are there barriers and things? Making sure they can go from seated to standing, right? Or vice versa, especially for younger kids who are still doing things like floor time. Making sure they can access the playground safely and that they're able to be a meaningful participant in recess. And again, once you're in middle school and high school, that's not as big of a factor because they don't really have playgrounds anymore. So you might start to see a change. But then the campuses are larger. So are they able to withstand, do they have the stamina and the endurance to ambulate from class to class? And are they able to do that? So those are things to consider for school-based PT. You may receive, of course, even more significant needs, looking at things like, the stander and things like that, utilizing the low incidence equipment if it's needed, and PTs can support with that. You might need a specialized chair or desk within the classroom. And again, PTs can help recommend some of that.